All right, we're live. Audio check. You guys hear me? Let's see. Beautiful. All right, guys. We are live, and we're going to chat about the Powerbox giveaway. Appreciate you guys' patience. We were having some technical difficulties with the connection for the camera and the audio, because this is actually our first time doing a live on YouTube, believe it or not. We've done lives otherwhere, like on Facebook and Instagram, but not on YouTube. So thank you for your patience. Guys, I've got the chat pulled up right here. Now, I'm gonna set some ground rules simply because we're not here to waste anybody's time. And I want to talk to you guys and give you like a thorough explanation of how the Powerbox giveaway works and answer some of the questions, comments, and concerns. Just so you guys know, we have a separate video that I was working on earlier today that we're going to release probably tomorrow. That's just going to be like a static video to give you a full breakdown of how it works, because first of all, I just want to apologize. We did, I guess, a really terrible job at explaining how the giveaway works. This is the first time we've ever done the Powerbox giveaway, so there was a lot of like learning curves and bumps in the road that we had to figure out, because we've been doing sweepstakes, truck and vehicle and custom build sweepstakes online since 2013. In fact, we were one of the first companies to give away custom vehicles on the internet. So we got that part of the business figured out through Diesel Power Gear. We created the Powerbox giveaway because I wanted to create something exclusive for you guys, for the YouTube community, which is why we really only marketed it on YouTube. And I also wanted to create a way for people to have multiple chances to win with just one purchase, because one of the most frustrating things for me is when a giveaway ends and we have a bunch of customers who are like, super disappointed because they didn't win, even though they got their merch and stuff like that. So over the years, I've been trying to develop this system where people could continue to get entries to the giveaways without having to continue to make purchases if they didn't want to, right? And we also have no purchase necessary, ways of entering, but we always try to make it a fun, cool experience, which is, what we were going for with the Powerbox giveaway. But you got to realize there were a lot of moving parts with the Powerbox giveaway. And there was a lot of things that we were doing for the first time and trying out. So just so you guys know, I'm going to get to the chat here in a minute. Also, just so you know, if you're a troll and all you want to do is just talk shit and just sit there and repeat yourself, you're going to get blocked from the channel, not just now, but forever. Because one thing that we found with this whole thing is it's been kind of weird. A lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but there's been a handful of people that have been commenting on the videos and talking and basically causing all this noise and all this ruckus that weren't even customers. They've never purchased anything from us. They've never had an experience. They just saw, people talking negative online, and they jumped in and started going crazy in the comments. So that's been kind of weird. That's honestly probably the weirdest part about all this for me, is who has the time to jump in on something like that when they had no experience with it. So definitely blocking you guys. Very few of you. The majority of you genuinely just want to know what's going on with the Powerbox giveaway. So I'm going to explain right now. The way we set this up was we had basically a handful of items that we planned on shipping. So in the original video that we posted to talk about and launch the giveaway, I mentioned that either when the boxes sold out or when the week was up, we were going to take the video down, simply because leaving it up caused all sorts of confusion. People would continue to we left it up for 2 hours longer than we were supposed to after it sold out. And in those 2 hours, we had thousands of email people saying, oh, how do I enter? I don't get it. And it was because it was sold out. So rather than create confusion, that's why the video was taken down. But we told everybody, obviously, in the video that it was going to be taken down at one of those 2 points. So the way we set the Powerbox giveaway up was obviously whatever you ordered in the Powerbox was meant to be random. So everybody had an equal chance. Now, here's where things got confusing. The lowest value item, or the smallest item, I guess you could say, was intended to be a sports card from this collection that I had. It was a couple $100,000 worth of cards, and we were taking those cards and individually putting one in each box. But the part that I think a lot of people misunderstood was, well, I don't think they misunderstood. I know people misunderstood this. People didn't realize that this wasn't really the value. This wasn't the whole purpose of getting your box. The real value was this second card that came in your box, which is 100% my bad because the way that it got printed was honestly terrible. It didn't explain very well what the purpose was. It says play again. And so a lot of people saw that and they're like, well, that's dumb. I don't want to play again. And they threw it away and they threw their card away. And then they went to YouTube and made angry comments or got a hold of our customer service team. And they thought that was that. Well, let me explain to you where kind of the two roads diverged there, because this is important for everybody to understand. This card right here is intended to give you an opportunity to get your next Powerbox for free. So yes, you spent $30 on this one, and it only came with a baseball card that was worth anywhere between 20 cents and I think there's some in there worth like a couple $1,000. But the real value was for you to be able to redeem this during the next promotion that we do, the next Powerbox, which will be sometime in the next few weeks, month or so, to be able to get your next box for free, because we're going to pay for that. That's 100% on us. And the goal here was to be able to continue to send you boxes for free every time that you receive something that may have appeared to be low value to you until you won a bigger prize. So basically, any orders that shipped out with a baseball card or a sports card, socks or stickers should have received one of these. Now, I know for a fact that some of the sticker orders, there was a miscommunication in our fulfillment department, and a lot of those boxes didn't get the redeem, the free play again card. And so there was confusion there. But just so everybody's aware, and this is probably the most important part of the live tonight, if you received a sports card, a sticker, or socks, you are automatically entered to get your next Powerboxes for free. You don't have to do anything. Originally, we needed you to scan this and claim it and do all that, but since that process was so complicated and wasn't working very well, and a lot of people didn't understand it because we didn't explain it very well, we're automatically taking every single one of your names and we've got you on the list already to get your next Powerbox for free. If you bought one, you get one for free. If you bought two, you get two for free. If you bought 10, you get 10 for free. That's the whole point of this, guys. I wanted you guys to be able to continue to roll with it on my dime, not on yours. Like, I don't expect any of you who got a baseball card to come back and spend another $30 because you weren't happy because you got a baseball card. That wasn't the purpose. That was never the point. And so I think that's where things got confusing, and a lot of people felt like it was a scam because they were like, why on earth would I pay $30 for one box or $50 for two boxes to get something that was worth $1 or $2? Guys, I promise you, in no world would I ever try to pull that off if I didn't have this follow-through strategy of being able to give you the opportunity to get more and more and more boxes for free without you having to purchase those. So hopefully that explains how that works. So basically what you need to understand, if you placed an order and you got one of those three items, you're set. You're dialed. We've already got your name in the system. On the next time around, you're gonna get your box for free. Just so that we're clear, during the next Powerbox giveaway, since shipping was such a nightmare on this because there's shipping delays that are completely out of our control with UPS, the next Powerboxes might be digital. So you might just get like a digital QR code that you'll be able to basically just scratch online and figure out what your prize is. And then once you figure out what the prize is, then you can claim it and ship it out. Also, on the next time around, we're not gonna be doing any sports cards. I get it. You hated it, I hated it, it didn't work. I think the lowest value item that we'll do next time around will be like a shirt, a hat, or a beanie, so that, if you don't win, you at least have something to show for it. And you have merch and apparel and stuff like that. The whole purpose of this, guys, is so that everybody can have like a fun, interactive experience. And if we do ship these out digitally next time, then we'll be able to figure out who the winner is within like a few hours, rather than having to wait a week, which brings me to my next point. All of our sweepstakes are registered, bonded, and handled by a third-party sweepstakes legal firm that is not connected to us at all. We hire them to do this for us, and we've been using them since 2013. And what they do is they get us registered in all these different states and countries where we run this promo. Well, the reason why we had to wait a week to ship orders, even after the boxes sold out, was because that week was designated to be able to allow everybody's entries to get put into the system, even the no purchase necessary mail-in entries. So this kept it fair all across the board. Believe me when I say that literally the day after everything sold out on Monday, I was calling my team like, hey, let's get those orders out. Let's get this thing shipped. Like, let's fulfill these. Let's get these orders even earlier than people were anticipating. And that's when the sweepstakes firm came back and said, nope, you can't do that. To keep it fair, we have to have all the entries on this basically spreadsheet at the same time in order to do the digital, drawing to make it random to find out who the winners were. So even though that meant that we weren't able to ship early, it also made it fair for everybody. Now, looking at some of your messages here, just trying to see if I can cover some of them through the conversation here. The next item of business was shipping. Now, shipping is one of my biggest frustrations. Here's the thing. Before we even launched this giveaway, we launched this on November 7th, right? And we ran it all the way till November 14th. So like November 5th, we had all the boxes folded, packed, ready to go. We had orders literally ready to go. So as soon as the customer would purchase, we had a box there ready to go, bam, ship it out. We were like, this is the most prepared we've ever been for a giveaway. And we actually, funny story, we're not very good at fulfillment. Like, I'm just gonna flat out tell you, we've tried doing our own fulfillment for years, and anybody who's ordered from Diesel Power Gear, you know that some of the wait times are just stupid, and that's just I acknowledge that as one of our weaknesses and a mistake that we've made, which is why we partnered with a fulfillment company, Sunfrog Shirts, out of Michigan, who's handling all of our fulfillment now. Okay, so these guys are doing literally everything for us, and the reason why we went with them is because they can fulfill the orders and ship them within like a day or two of receiving it. So our shipping times have gone way, way up. Like, we're getting stuff out the door sooner than we ever have before. Quality is better. That's what they do. They're an actual full-time, full-size fulfillment center with tons of employees, and that's all they focus on. Whereas we are more focused on, we have truck builds, we're creating content, we're doing marketing, we're doing all these different things. And I found that we weren't doing the fulfillment justice. So that's why we handed it over to them, and they're doing a great job. That's why many of you notice that your orders ship from Michigan rather than Salt Lake City. So don't be, surprised when orders ship from there, which, guys, to be honest with you, shipping from Michigan is a much better facility for everybody because it's more of a central location where stuff can get, shipped out faster. Whereas, we're on the West Coast, it takes stuff a little bit longer to get back east, which is where a lot of you guys are. Let's see, where else we got? What's that? Why can I only scan one QR? Okay, here's the next. So guys, just so you know, I've got my team here. They're kind of like queuing up and giving me some of the questions that you guys are asking. So a lot of you had the question of, hey, why can I only scan my QR code once if I'm supposed to be getting 3 or 4 free power boxes? The reason we did that is because on our back end, if you scanned this once, it already showed how many boxes we owed you for free. So we were, if you were owed 4 boxes, but you were only able to scan this once, we already showed that we're gonna ship you those 4 boxes. And the reason for that was to prevent fraud. Basically, if somebody was able to just scan over and over and over again, somebody who only purchased 1 box could potentially go online and redeem 50 free boxes. So that's why that worked that way. Another thing you gotta realize is there were some boxes with a higher value item that didn't ship with the QR code at all, like playing cards, beanies, certain items like that shipped out because that was the value of the box. And it also, it's hard to explain, but like in placing your order, you were already automatically entered to win the drawing. So even though you got a beanie or playing card or something like that, you still had a chance at winning the truck or the bigger prizes. It just didn't work that time around, but you still got a tangible item. So that one's important to understand. Biggest thing, guys, is I just want to apologize. I own this 100%. By no means was this a scam. It's not a scam. Everybody's still going to get their boxes that they're owed. It's a very complex giveaway, very complex promotion that had some kind of hidden demons that I didn't expect, and just stuff that we had to work through kind of on the fly, and my team's been doing the very best we could to be able to handle this. Now, here's one thing that I got to mention. The most recent videos that we've posted, as far as like on just the recent vlogs, I'm going to disable the comments because actual customers of ours go to the comments and try to get answers on their order or something, and there's just a handful of people that weren't even actual customers who are there just literally trying to incite a riot. They're just sitting there making it like some of the comments I've seen, some of the things that we're reading people are just making up blatant lies. Like one guy's like, oh, you know, I ordered my box and all I got was a Polaris key. I can't believe they would send me a random key. We didn't ship out any random Polaris keys. The only keys we shipped out were the keys to the giveaway vehicles, which were 2. What were the winners' names? Joseph West from Saskatchewan, Canada, won the Land Rover Defender, and Daniel what? Daniel Glover from South Carolina won the Highboy. So those were the 2 grand prize winners. And then below that, there's a list of hundreds of people who got, you know, iPads, iPhones, gift cards, cash. You know, like we said, I think it was like $208,000 worth of prizes or something like that is what the official number ended up being. So guys, we gave away a lot of stuff. And you know, I realize that some of you still haven't even got your orders, which is super frustrating for us because here's a fun fact for you. All of our orders were shipped out. Well, the bulk of the orders were shipped out on November 15th, and even the latest stragglers left our facility on November 22nd. So if you haven't got your order yet, that's 100% in the hands of UPS. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not yet, but UPS has actually been commenting on the last couple of videos, totally owning the mistake. They're like, hey, we're sorry. You know, there's shipping delays, there's scanning delays. You know, some of the boxes are just sitting in trucks at different UPS centers across the country, which is frustrating for us because we paid our money to UPS to get that order shipped out. And now we're just basically sitting here wondering when our customers are going to get their orders. And you guys are sitting there wondering when you're going to get the items you paid for. So that's probably been the most frustrating part for me, that and the misunderstanding of how the Play Again worked, because we did a damn good job at getting stuff out the door and, you know, making sure that we were moving as fast as we, you know, possibly could. And then UPS is just like, well, we're just going to park it in a truck and leave it. So I still want to apologize for that because that still falls back on me, you know, as the person who's running this promo and setting it up for you guys. Ultimately, it's something that's out of my control, but you know, it's on me. So the biggest thing I want you guys to know is we've learned from these mistakes. There's a lot of things that we're changing and improving so that next time around this runs much smoother. And I think you guys are all going to be pretty stoked on how this works out on the next round. Let me get a couple questions.
Just to reiterate really quick, if you got that code, you're automatically
entered. Yeah, another thing that I just want to say again, if you're just joining the live or you know you didn't get it the first time around, if you received a baseball card or a sports card or a sticker or socks, you are automatically entered. You don't have to do anything else. Just sit back and wait, and we're going to send you your power boxes for free. However many you ordered this time around is however many free ones you're going to get next time around, and you don't have to do anything. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to turn to the comments a little bit here and answer some of the stuff you guys are asking. Go ahead. Do you have any more questions there?
I mean, really, it's about that card.
Yep.
And I'm seeing that my package hasn't shipped. UPS is not updated because of a scanning delay.
Yep. All right, guys. Some of the comments are coming in so fast that we can't keep up with them. Nice thing is we're screenshotting a bunch of these, and we also went to some of our previous videos that were basically taking a list of legitimate questions and comments and concerns. If your comment is hateful, if your comment is, the biggest thing that's frustrating me is the people just blatantly telling stories that are not true. You know, and they're obviously trolls that are trying to get people excited, but they're creating so much confusion for all of you good customers, people that are actually like just trying to figure out what's going on. So anything like that is like zero tolerance policy, simply because you're lying. You're creating mass confusion for no reason whatsoever. So you're getting deleted and blocked. And like I said, disabling the comments on the last 2 videos because there's so much of that we can't even control it. Unfortunately, it got out of hand, and we started, you know, responding and moderating, and the hate was coming so much faster than we can keep up with. It was just like, nah, it's not even worth it, because whatever we're saying is just falling on deaf ears. They're not, some of these people aren't listening. And people that actually had a good experience or actual winners that were commenting, their comments were getting buried by people just telling stories and telling lies. So that was super frustrating for me. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna let you keep on dropping a couple more comments here, questions. I'll wrap this up here in just a couple minutes, but as you're dropping some comments, I'll try to get to them.
Hey, how do you know it's actually random? You're saying you know who it is. How's that random?
So guys, just so that you understand how the randomness of this works, basically once everybody submits their order and we get all the names from all the entries, all those names go on a spreadsheet, okay? And that spreadsheet basically gets put into a random number generator and it chooses, you know, the top winners, like the grand prize winners, and then the iPad winners, and then the iPhone winners, and it just spits out basically a number that's attached to a prize. So if your order number was, let's call it, you know, 150, then all of a sudden order number 150 got attached to an iPad mini, and order number 4000 got attached to the high boy, you know, Daniel Glover, whatever it is. It just automatically throws numbers at different prizes completely randomly. I think they use it's not random.org that they use, but it's a software like that. And we have zero hand in that process, which I'm super grateful for, because that's the last thing I want to deal with. I like that's a lot of pressure and a lot of like, hey, why didn't you pick me? And, you know, playing favorites and stuff like that. That's why you don't see a lot of like winners in Utah, because we have no control over who's winning. You know, if a company's running this and all their friends and family nearby, you'd think you'd see all their friends and family winning. That doesn't happen. No, in fact, I don't know anybody personally who's ever won. And I think actually my own family and friends, close friends, are like not allowed to participate in the giveaway. It's very strict. We get bonded in Florida. We get bonded in New York. We have to do special rules in Canada, which brings me to my next point. One thing that was super kind of hard for me to read was when we launched this, we had a lot of, you know, awesome supporters and viewers from like the UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand that were like, hey, what the hell? Like, why are you intentionally doing a sweepstakes and excluding us? Guys, I promise you, we've been trying for the last like 2 or 3 years to figure out how to run sweepstakes in these different countries. And it was just barely recently that we figured out how to do it in Mexico. Every country, every territory, every state has their own different set of rules and regulations when it comes to prizes and sweepstakes and things like that. So we're working on it. We're trying to tackle it all, but we just haven't been able to figure it out for the UK and for Europe yet. Like I said, we are actively working on that, because as we grow, our viewer base, especially in the UK and Australia, is growing like crazy. So we want to make sure that we're basically, what we do is we track where our traffic's coming from. So obviously our number one hub for traffic is the United States. Next, it's Canada. So what did we do? Well, we first got our sweepstakes registered in the United States, and then we figured out how to do it in Canada, and then we saw number 3 was Mexico. So we got it done in Mexico. So the next most popular place I think is gonna be the UK. We're gonna try to get you registered next. But like I said, it's just super complicated, because you're working with not just like federal regulations, but then you start working with local like towns and municipalities and their logistics. It gets complicated really, really fast.
Hey, Heavy, you got a guy saying, you know, I get it. I paid $50. I just wanted to get some stuff. Thought I was going to get some Christmas presents for my kids in the boxes. How would someone get Christmas presents from a giveaway?
So basically, the question was, you know, a guy said that he wanted to get some Christmas presents from the Powerbox for his kids. And then when he got his Powerboxes, they were, I guess, cards or something. So the thing about that is you're automatically entered to get the next Powerbox for free. And when that comes through, like I said, we're not going to do the baseball cards again. We're going to do stuff, whether it's like t-shirts or hats. We're going to do less play again cards next time, because we're going to do more high value items. So on the next go around, I don't know if we're going to be able to launch it before Christmas. We'll have to see if we can get the sweepstakes registered in time. And really, we want to make sure that we get everybody's orders like handled from this time around first. Even though we've done our part, we want to make sure that UPS does their part and all the orders get shipped. So hopefully that makes sense. I mean, buying a Powerbox for somebody for Christmas, I'd say last time around was more risky, because there was a chance they just got a baseball card, but they also got that free try again. On this next time around, we're going to make sure it's more of a tangible item, and because a lot of people just didn't understand the play again concept. So, you know, maybe we'll get rid of the play again concept altogether and just have more high value items in the boxes. Some people like that, some people don't, but ultimately it's an easier model to explain. We also might make the play again option, or the play again card, optional, so you can take the chance and roll the dice at checkout of maybe getting a smaller item, but also getting a chance to play again for free. So that's the way that works.
Is my Powerbox entering me into a diesel power gear giveaway going on right now?
So the Powerbox giveaway that we ran was only from November 7th to the 14th, and it only entered you to win that specific promo. It did not enter you to win a diesel power gear giveaway. However, In the future, there's a chance that we might do a Powerbox like weekend promo in the middle of a diesel power gear giveaway, which would give you chances to win the Powerbox vehicles and the diesel power gear vehicles. We're not sure how that's going to work out yet. I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards though. But just know for now, a Powerbox giveaway is completely separate from a diesel power gear giveaway, and they're two totally different entries. Like right now, for example, we're finishing just our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal, where we have the Bronco, the Ram Charger, and the K5 Blazer with the Duramax in it. That giveaway ends tonight at midnight, and the only way to get entered on that giveaway is at dieselpowergear.com. You can, make a purchase or read the contest rules. There's a few different ways to enter, and that's how that works. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, so I comments like this are what's really getting me. You really sold us on the value of the Powerbox. Do you understand why receiving a playing card feels like a betrayal of trust? 100%. I get it, especially since the describing how it worked didn't go over nearly as effectively as I hoped it would. Like, I was hoping that people would be able to open their box and be like, oh, okay, I got a playing card, whatever. But the good news is, I get another box for free next time around. And maybe that next time around, it's gonna be, something bigger or something more exciting. Or maybe it's something small again and I'll get another play again for free card. And you continue to get this monthly exciting experience for no additional money. So I do understand why it's a betrayal of trust. And for that, like I said, I'm really, really sorry. That's 100% my bad for not being able to explain it correctly. But the intentions were to be able to help you guys have multiple exciting moments without having to pay for multiple, packages. So I apologize. It just that's the way it shook out, but we are making it right by shipping everybody power boxes without even having to, redeem your free one. I'll get in here a little bit more.
How many entries were there, Heavy?
We sold, actually, I don't know if we can legally say how many for the...
What are the odds better at?
The odds of winning a vehicle were way better with the Powerbox giveaway than with the diesel power. I don't want to say way better, but they were better because we limited it to just a handful of orders. I think I have to check and see if I can actually say how many numbers or how many people, because that might affect the sweepstakes outcome or something. But the odds were way better because let's say probably maybe 10% of the people that would normally enter a diesel power gear giveaway entered the Powerbox giveaway. And that was intentional. That's why we kept the limited number of boxes. That was the hard part for me because it's like, oh my gosh, this is super popular. People are loving it. I wish we could just sell this all week long because we could have sold a ton more boxes, but that wasn't the purpose. The purpose was to be able to cut it off once it hit a certain number so that a smaller select group of people had higher chances of winning more prizes. A normal diesel power gear giveaway has roughly, anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 worth of prize value in the truck, where this had over $200,000 worth of prize value, and it was 90% less people. The odds are ridiculously, really good in your favor. So that was the whole purpose behind it. I hope that makes sense.
Serious question from Devin Drives, and you've answered this, but a refresher. How do you know who got what to make good? I got 2 power boxes and 1 shipping bag, and they are not uniquely marked.
I don't understand the question.
So how do you know how to make good? If they got two boxes in there, there's nothing uniquely marked saying, okay, you got this, you got that. So on the back end, how do we know who got what?
How do we know who got what? Yeah. So guys, we don't know who got what in the actual orders because the QR codes are all just random. So when it got put in an order and got shipped out to you, we didn't even know that you were the winner until you actually went in and scanned it and then claimed it online. So once you claim, I think we did have a list of, the sweepstakes company had a list of order numbers that were attached to the prizes. So on our back end, we know who gets what. So let's say you got a QR code and you forgot to redeem it. Well, we can still fulfill your order because we have a whole list with a spreadsheet that shows what your order number was, who you were, what prize you won, and we're gonna ship it to you regardless. So it's important that you guys understand that the QR codes were more of a front end experience for you to be able to see hey, how does this work? What am I winning? But on the back end, we have a lot more information that it shows us that we're able to do a lot more with to make sure that your orders get fulfilled. Let's see. And here's another thing, you know, a comment like, hey, those are fuzzy game rules. I get it, guys. I know, and I'm sorry. We're trying to make this way more crystal clear. This first time around, this was a concept that we just kind of like brainstormed. Like I said, been working on it for the last couple of years. I promise you, as we continue to move forward, the rules are going to become much more crystal clear. And as you continue to have experiences with this, you're going to understand it better as well. So something that we're all kind of learning together. Like I said, the reason why we're doing like future boxes for free is because we're hoping, well, we're definitely committed to making sure that all the learning is happening on our dime, not on yours. Just going through a few more comments here, guys. I just want to say, like, a big shout out to everybody who's supported this and like took time to read the contest rules or watch this live and get it. Like, we see your support, people jumping on here. The more you help people online understand how this actually works and that it's not a scam, the better it is for everybody, because it means the sooner we can do this and do more of this. What hurts us the most is misinformation. When people jump on the comment section and just start telling flat out lies, it doesn't do anybody any good. It just creates chaos and anger, which, you know, pisses off the customers and puts us in a position where we can't, you know, get another one of these going as quickly because we're dealing with fallout from the previous one. So I just want to say, like, huge thanks to all of you. Like, we do see your comments, and when you're jumping in the threads and you're working to help people understand it better, it means a lot to us. I'm so tired of reading you scammed a bunch of people. Like, if you go to a YouTube live and you just copy and paste the same comment over and over, you're a dickhead and you're gonna get blocked and nobody likes you.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't care.
You've answered a lot of the same things, or the same questions over and over. I would just.
Oh, here's one thing. There's random numbers being thrown out there I keep seeing. Like, somebody keeps saying, oh, I heard you sold X amount of boxes or this many boxes. I saw it in this guy's video. Like, somebody said they saw it in Robert Oberst's video. Robert Oberst is not a part of our company. He's been to our facility once, and he's friends with the Muscle, who doesn't even work for our company. The Muscle's a friend of the company. He's not an employee or an associate of the company at all. So it's important that everybody understands, if you hear things through his page or this page or that page, unless you hear it from one of our verified pages like mine or one of our verified company pages, it's not true. Like, we're here giving the actual information. And guys, we're gonna do a better job at this. We'll probably do more lives and probably more of these explainer videos just to try to set the record straight and help get the right information out there, rather than having to wonder if what you heard on some guy's random live is factual or not. So none of those people, none of those numbers that I'm seeing on there are actual numbers. Let's see.
Maybe explain that there are rules on this. On every single giveaway that we do, there are rules listed on the bottom. It's very important people can read those.
Heavy D, can you do a split? Bro, if I do a split, it'll be the end of Heavy D. Like, we'll just have to cut, like, we could do a video of me in the hospital, just like a live stream of me with pull hammy. No, I can't do a split. Also, guys, if you ever do have like more questions about some of our giveaways and how they work, we do have official contest rules on the website every single time. Diesel Power Gear site, you just click on the giveaway, the contest rules, it'll show you everything. The Powerbox giveaway, like I said, is separate from Diesel Power Gear right now. It has its own set of contest rules. Like I said, I don't have an exact date for when the next Powerbox giveaway is gonna happen. It will be within the next, let's call it 6 weeks, hopefully sooner. And I hope to do it like once a month, because it's fun, it's cool. It gives you guys like a smaller select group of like, more powerful supporters way better odds of winning cool stuff. That was the whole purpose. I wanted to take a core group of supporters and customers and give you way better odds to earn way cooler stuff. That's kind of the Powerbox giveaway in a nutshell. And I hope you guys can start to feel that experience more as we start to work through some of these bugs and quirks.
Hey, if I'm already getting some free Powerboxes the next time, can I purchase more?
If you order, so here's the deal. The question was, if I already ordered power boxes and I'm getting free power boxes on my next order, can I still order additional boxes? Yes. Let's say you got 2 free play again cards in this last giveaway. Well, you're gonna get your 2 free boxes, but you can still go and buy another 2 or 4, however many you want. We're not gonna limit you on how many you can get there, because you know, obviously you're supporting and you want better odds of winning. So yes, you can order as many as you want, even if you're getting however many free play again boxes. I'm gonna take a couple more questions, guys, and then comments like this, like guys, like Mike Zanell. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna shout out some awesome people in the chat because there's some really, really cool people in here. Mike Zanell says, I'm sorry people are so nasty, Dave. It hurts me to see someone so thoughtful get cut down like this. You're a great man and influence. Comments like that I love, guys. I appreciate it. Obviously, support during a time of kind of confusion and chaos, it means a lot, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And when we do other random giveaways that aren't like sweepstakes, that aren't as heavily regulated, those are the names that I remember, and those are the names that we try to make sure get, you know, random prizes that are part of the just random giveaways, like the Furman generators and stuff like that. So thank you for that. A couple more shout outs. Diesel Dave is at home. He's had the sick kids, or he'd been dealing with some health issues in the family that they're working through, and I think they're just about tip-top healthy and good to go again, but he's just been making sure that his family's in good hands.
Hey, can you address about empty boxes, please? I got
Yeah.
an empty box.
So here's another thing that's kind of a mystery to us, is people are saying that they got full-blown like empty boxes, like nothing in there. Honestly, guys, we're not sure what happened there, whether it was a mistake at our fulfillment center or whether the card slipped out in, you know, shipping. There's a million different things that could have happened, but regardless, if you got an empty box, you're automatically entered for the next sweepstakes. Because if you got an empty box, it means that it was supposed to have one of these QR codes in it, and so you are automatically entered to get your next Powerbox for free. So I apologize if that happened. It doesn't make any sense to us. I know it did happen to a few people, but we're gonna make it right.
Also,
David Foster, appreciate you. Let's see. Super Montana Mike, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm trying to own this. You know, it's always hard because when there's so many factors and variables involved, it's really easy to be like, oh, well, no, it's UPS's problem. It's their problem. Ultimately, I'm the man behind this, and so I'm the man responsible to make sure that we make it right. So I'm not passing the buck on to anybody. The only thing I've tried to do in this video is help you guys understand where we're coming from, rather than thinking that, oh, these guys just screwed us and scammed us. Like, that's not who we are, and that's not what we're gonna do. So I think this live has gone a long ways. I see the tone changing a little bit, and I really, really just appreciate it, guys. What else? Is there a couple more comments?
I had a brain fart. Someone had a good
Oh, guys, one other thing that I need to make you aware of. Our customer service for Diesel Power Gear in the past has been not great. And it's not because we haven't tried, customer service is actually really, really hard to figure out, like a good process. And so we've had a lot of people say, hey, where's your phone number? We want to call and talk about my order. So what happened there was, as soon as our TV show aired in like 2016, we had a phone number up that used to process orders. Literally overnight, once the TV show aired, that phone line just got bombarded with the most random phone calls that were not related to customer service at all. They were just like random people, like just the most bizarre stuff. And it got to the point where it got so clogged up that our regular customers couldn't get through to us because the line was always busy. And we had like 20 representatives taking calls, and they couldn't get to everybody because too many people were calling, asking questions about Diesel Brothers on Discovery Channel. So the way we've done it now is we've completely revamped our customer service world, and you can get a hold of us via text, email, or live chat. And we have like representatives like literally on standby. And in doing this, it filtered out all the people who were just calling to bullshit, and it has like, we get your customer order number right away, and bam, we can pull you up and say, hey, here's what's going on, here's where your order is. And it's something that we're investing a ton of time, a ton of money, and a ton of resources into, because ultimately I want to have one of the best customer services in the world. Like, that's our goal here, is to make sure that if you guys have a question, you get it like that. Like, you get your answer, you get your problems resolved, and we're making really good progress. I feel like we've made like 5 years worth of progress in a couple of months, which we're all pretty proud of. Our team here is absolutely killing it. Super proud of everybody, and our company's growing. We're turning over kind of into a new chapter where we're going to be able to focus more on engaging directly with you guys rather than just being on TV and kind of being disconnected from the real world. So hope you guys will be able to feel that, and I'll be able to tell you more about that soon. I'm not going to be able to give you much information right now, but I will be able to connect with you more on that soon, and I think you guys are really going to like what the future has in store for us. So just a few other things. MPL Tools, thank you for your support. I know that I saw some of your comments. You were originally frustrated. I'm here, I'm transparent. I'm always trying to be as direct and upfront with you guys as I possibly can, because I know that this is frustrating, especially when you spend $30 or $50 or $100 and then it's just an empty box, and that's not cool. That sucks. That's not what we were intending, and we're fixing it. We're working through it, and we're going to give you guys the best possible experience that we can. Let's see.
Will you send me an email by December 4th to all those who had the QR code mishaps or whatnot?
Okay, yeah. So one thing I just heard is we're going to be sending you guys an email by December 4th. Anybody who had like a QR code mishap or there was a problem with it, by December 4th, you'll be getting some sort of communication from us, letting you know how and when we're going to proceed and how that's going to be rectified. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you. The chat got crazy. There's just like the comments were going so fast I couldn't even like read them. They were blasting by that fast. But like I said, I really appreciate you guys. I'm really sorry for all the mishaps that happened here, and I'm here to fix it, and I take full responsibility for it. So with that said, guys, I appreciate your support. We'll talk to you later.